Welcome back everyone to today's market update. There are some heavy hitters coming into the space, but they're offering some fun for the community. So let's get into it. Funko Pop is collaborating with DC Comics to launch a collectible NFT in a physical form, but it also comes with an NFT and they're launching it in 30,000 Walmarts. If you're a Funko collector, which I am a small one, then this is a pretty cool cover of a comic called The Brave and the Bold. It's available today when you're watching this video in over 30,000 stores. They're launching it in conjunction with Walmart's Collector Con. If you don't know what Walmart's Collector Con is pretty much their exclusive launch along with New York Comic Con. So New York Comic Con is happening right now, and every single year Funko Pop does exclusive with brands like Walmart for exclusive pops. If you check it out in the back right here, I have one of them. Right here, this is from New York Comic Con, only 1,500 pieces. This is not in collaboration with Walmart, but this is something that's worth probably like $600-700. I'm not saying that this physical or NFT variation of this collector piece will be worth a ton of money, but that's what they're looking to launch. It's exclusive launches along with big events, big experiences. Now, Funko is no stranger to NFTs. They've launched digital pop NFTs with the Wax ecosystem, and they've done it a long time ago, close to a year ago. They have the same blueprint, which is just collab with big, well-known brands and IPs. Game of Thrones is their latest one. They completely sold out of this NFT. This is their collectible NFT digital cards. If you ask me, it's a little bit overpriced at $9 a pack. I mean, shout out to Susable's NFTs, which is $4.99 a pack. It's digital, so it should be cheaper, you think. Kind of like music, a little bit less than the physical counterpart, but hey, whatever. They're selling out of it. They're printing money like no tomorrow. And maybe here's why: the graphics are creative, they're entertaining, they're more visually stunning than the physical, static, merchandise or toy. So everyone has their own preferences. Another reason that it could be sold out, because you get a chance at redeeming a physical pop here. So those are limited in itself. They do these limited launches, not like your usual walk into a store or a comic store and buy a Funko Pop. You could only get this if you own the NFT. And here's where I have my gripe with Funko. It's just a personal one. Here you can see it says Pop Heroes. Well, if you can't see it, that's what it says, Pop Heroes. And here you can see it says Pop Digital. This is a digital pop that I got from redeeming an NFT, because I got an NFT that's rare. And once you get a rare NFT, you get one of these. And what do you see there? A sticker that says NFT release, only 999 pieces. Well, guess what? Mine did not come with a sticker. It's supposed to, but it didn't. Here's how the stickers should look like: an NFT release selling for $250 online, but mine has no sticker, so people is going to think it's fake, but it's not. There's only 2,160 of them, and I got one. And I got one with no sticker. Anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is, with my rarer pops, the NFT variation of it, in my opinion, is more valuable because I have limited shelving space. And also, these physical pops can deteriorate, the box can bend, it can be stolen, a fire can happen, flood can happen, knock on wood. The NFT variation of it, in my opinion, is something that is indestructible. Not only that, I have limited shelf space, but I can have a digital shelf that I put all my pops. There's a lot of collectors that have pops from the ground all the way to the top. Yeah, the wife's not having that. So that's why the NFT variation just makes sense. And that's why I'm so excited about NFTs. We talked a little bit about Walmart. Well, Walmart was just selling the physical goods. They weren't really doing anything with NFTs and Web3. Well, now they are. Walmart enters the metaverse. I know Walmart is not a shiny brand that everyone loves, but they are one of the biggest superstores across America, selling really affordable goods. They've created Walmart Land inside of Roblox. And something very creative that they're doing is they created something called Verge. What is Verge? Verge is virtual merchandise. And it just makes sense that NFTs will play a part of this in the future. Something that you can trade, something that you can sell, something that you can redeem for a physical good. Although they don't have NFTs in there yet, they are in the metaverse, and they're looking to get eyeballs in the Roblox ecosystem, which boasts more than 52 million users, and a lot of users in there spend money. So a lot of the younger generation growing up, there's millions of users on there spending every single day. So within Walmart Land, they have performances from Madison Bear and Kane Brown. Kane Brown is one of the most famous country artists today. I mean, the graphics look great. I'm not gonna lie, it looks amazing. And in there, you get to play games and you get to win prizes. It looks like a lot of fun, and it looks like it's something that's could be pretty lucrative for both Walmart and Roblox. I'm gonna sound like a broken record because each week you're gonna hear me talk about just new brands, big things happening into the NFT and Web3 space. Because guess what? Everyone wants to be a part of it. It's mandatory that they have a Web3 NFT division now within their company. And who's making a first foray into NFTs? That is BMW. Now, we've seen this happen with Lamborghini and other automobile makers, but this is the first time BMW has announced their NFT. Now, BMW is dipping their toe in because this is a collaboration with Kith. Kith is a fashion powerhouse. They've actually done collaborations with BMW before, and let me show you some of that. So here's their BMW fashion collaboration alongside Edward Norton. So they're really well known. They sell a lot of good fashion pieces, and exciting to see that they've teamed up with a profile picture art NFT to have their first NFT launch. Started from the bottom, now we're here. We started with Walmart and now we're in high-end luxury goods hanging out with Edward Norton. NFTs are going to continue to take these ginormous steps to appeal to the masses. And here, this is not the masses, this is a small segment, but it's holding appeal. Why? Because it's holding a pretty strong floor price. So this is the Invisible Friends and Kith collaboration. Anything that has a BMW logo that you see here, the bag, the pants, the hoodie, the visor, the umbrella, you can redeem for a physical Kith fashion good. Now you don't get the BMW in the back, because that would be super cool and very pricey. That you don't get. But you get this NFT and you get the physical redemptions for it. Invisible Friends itself is holding a 3 Ethereum floor, which is 3 to 4,000 in today's Ethereum price. It lost a lot of its hype in the early days because, it's more artistic than it is a profile picture. But it's doing tasteful collaborations, Kith being one, Kith and BMW being the next. I do want to see them make a couple more moves because to me, in my opinion, this is more an artistic piece. Not an endorsement to go by Kith, I'm just pointing out the obvious. All right, last big brand making a big move is Warner Music tapping OpenSea to guide their artists into Web3. Now, Warner's, we know just from DC Comics, Warner owns DC Comics, that they're no strangers to NFTs. They've already done a lot of things with NFTs. Now, I say this is a very strategic move on their part because artists can connect with fans and release experiences and music directly to their community. They don't need, Warner Music to help facilitate that. The whole notion of Web3 is the creator economy, and not only that, ownership. That's why there's a big hoopla over royalties and, giving creators the royalties. I strongly believe the creators should get secondary royalties and no one should bypass that. Back to the point, I think artists, creatives, creators, they should go direct. Having Warner Music guide them is just Warner wanting some of that green, green, green. If you didn't know, Web 1 is read only, meaning you only read what's statically on the website. Web 2 means that now you can interact with Facebook, marketplaces, social media. That's read and write. Now, Web 3 is read, write, and you guessed it, creator economy, read, write, and own. You have ownership. It's decentralized, democratized, whatever D's you want to add in there. But most importantly, the ownership part, where the artist and creator gets more ownership, that's what makes sense to me. Because we know that for artists, specifically musicians, streaming makes them no money. For every 1 million streams I've heard on Spotify, you only make $1,000. That's ludicrous. So it definitely makes sense for them to go direct. And we see a lot of musicians and artists, even movies now, doing that, going direct and involving the community. Because not only can you interact now, Web 2, you can share ownership with your community. Nothing against Warner Music, but in this particular aspect of it, which is not, DC Comics or whatever brands that they own, this affects more of the creator. Strong words here. You see, Warner Music Group will allow some of their entertainment conglomerates artists to build their fan base in Web 3. They could do that themselves. They don't need Warner Bros. To do that. And that is why I love NFTs and Web 3, even in a bear market and a confirmed recession now that we have 2 declining quarters of GDP growth. The investment in building an NFTs Web3 is at the highest. Like I said, it's mandatory for every big company to have a Web3 and NFT division now, or else they're gonna be left behind. We saw this with brick and mortars that did not want to go online and big companies that did not want social media presence. This is the next advancement of that technology. And if they don't get ahead of the game, they'll be left behind. So I'm not mad that big companies like Warner Music Group is coming in. I just want them to kind of work with the artists and creators to really progress the space. The bigger the companies that come in, just the more adoption that there's going to be and the more liquidity that's going to come into the space. If you find this news intriguing and you love NFT Alpha, I have a link down below where I have a private group where I talk all things NFTs, what I buy, what I'm looking into, what I like to be a part of, and just chatting all things NFTs and Web3 with my community. That's it for today's update. Have a great weekend, everyone. Follow along because I'm going to have more breaking news. Don't you worry about it. I already got some stuff coming out on Monday, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next week.